Hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm going to walk you through making a doggy poo pouch. It's very simple. We're going to use all the same techniques that we use in a lot of my patterns that have a zipper. I am going to place the rivet where the poo bags come out, and I will show you that as well using my KAM press. As always, we have a bundle at KAMSNAPS.com called the Natalie bundle, and it will have all these sizes that you need for 99% of my projects. I just stick with the same sizes. So let's go overhead and get going. First of all, if you bought the Tory box, you received this template. Mine is clear. See, this is where we place the grommet. All right. And it is marked where we place the zippers as well. It's not really, if you're using a non-directional fabric, this is super, super easy to make. So I'm going to place mine along two straight edges so that I'm making less cuts. So here mine is. You can also, if you want to, trace and then cut out. It's up to you. Oh, I didn't get that corner. There we go. So this is one poo bag. Now we just need a zipper. I'm using cork because I had this piece sitting here, but in your kit, if you received a box, you will be working with this vinyl here. So pretty. All right. So let's use a zipper. I'm just going to use this one. You don't need very much length at all, so it's great to use up some zipper tape. I like to cut mine longer than the pouch. In the pattern, I tell you a specific length, and I'm just going to show you. Sometimes you can wing it. When it's a little longer, it's easier to place. I'm using double-sided sticky tape here. And I'm going to place it along that outer edge for both sides. It's just easier to do. And press it down really well. Now before I get going any further, I'm going to grab my zipper jig. You want the curved edge up. That is the trick. And then I can see this really well because it's on the outside of the jig. Okay, so now our pull is on, no problem, everything's good. If you want to put your pull on first and then cut your zipper down, you can absolutely do that. Whatever you want. Now, because that's a harder step, I wanted to get that done, okay? Let's place our grommet before we add the zipper because I'm not going to pull this apart. We're going to do the zipper each side and that'll fold up the case pretty small and it'll be a little bit difficult to add the grommet after the fact. So I'm going to grab a pen and trace this circle so that I know where I want it. Can you see it there? All right, now I'm going to move this extra cork, bring over the KAM press. This is the table press. And I put in the grommet die set. So grommets come with certain size die sets. These die sets are removable. You take them out and you put new ones in. So I just want you to know that. You might, when you get the press, you'll have to put in the appropriate size for whatever you're placing. Now let's see if I have antique bronze. Yes, I do. So we need that. And then I'm not going to use my cutting die at the moment because I'm kind of in a time crunch here. I'm just going to use my little trusty cutter tool. I've used this tool on tutorials before. And all we do is place a little plastic piece here. And I'm going to I'm going to whack it with my hammer. And it'll cut that circle right out. So this is just an alternate way for you to cut out that circle. You can use a die in your press, or you can use a, what is this called, Ramel? Like a tab? Gosh, they're called something. And I have this linked on my Amazon store because that's where I bought mine. So we'll link it. Okay, so there's my hole that's cut. And the grommet looks much bigger, but the back is small. It's the size of the hole. See how I push that through? Now I'm going to place, oop, I had two pieces there, the skinny side. And I'm going to place it in the die. And then press it in. Boom, it's connected. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Oops, I need to make sure both sides are evenly connected. That was my fault. Okay. And now the poo bags can come right out. And that's all there is to placing a grommet. All right, let's back it out. I'm going to move my press out of the way. And now we will apply the zipper, and we're going to be done in just a jiff. But before you move on, please put all your little tools in a Ziploc bag or something of that nature so you don't lose it. Because if you lose your dies or your grommets, it's a real pain. All right. Doesn't matter which side you go. Just attach one side flush with the other side. Your zipper will be longer, and we're just going to sew right across that edge like we always do. You don't have to lock stitch here, but you can if you want to. We're going over those seams again, so you just don't have to. Now take this side, unpeel your tape, and bring the opposite side up to match. And the thing about this is you want to make sure that your sides are lined up so that the pouch isn't cattywampus, you know. So yeah, my sides are pretty good. You like that word, don't you, Ramel? I saw your smile. So there we are. Let's take it back to the work surface. And I am going to unzip my zipper a little bit, at least to there. So that it's in the middle. And I'm going to use some clips. Oh, you know what I should do? I should top stitch this. Yeah, because then it'll sit a little bit better. Let's top stitch.
Don't let your zipper come out.
Yeah, really. Oh my gosh. Well, if it does, I can put it back in. Not a big deal. You know, just because you said that, let's sew across that edge. Because I could see that happening, can't you? Bring it to the machine, please. Let's sew across those teeth now so we don't lose our zipper pull. If you're using Sew HungryHippie zipper tape, you can sew right across the teeth. They look metal, but they're nylon. Okay, let's press that seam down towards the vinyl or cork, whatever you're using, and sew as far as we can. That'll just make it behave a little bit better. If you're confident and want to take off the pull to do this part and then put it back on, you can. But I'm getting close enough that I'm happy with it. And you don't have to top stitch. This is just my own quirk. I like that vinyl to just sit down and be flat, really flat there. Okay, now we're back to where we were at. The grommet is in the center on the back. The zipper is in the center on the front or back, whatever you want to make that. We're almost done. Make sure your zipper is pretty much open. We're going to sew down this side, sew down this side, trim excess zipper, and turn right side out, and we're finished. Take it to the machine. Make sure the teeth are facing each other here, and do lock stitch. If you want to go twice, you can. I don't find I need to with my cork or my vinyl. Now that's where I top stitched and I got my seam going the wrong way there. So I'm just going to clip it. No big deal. No harm done. Nothing's wrong. All right, there we are. I'm going to trim the corners a smidge. See how I do that? That just helps the corners poke out a little bit better. Not that we really care for a poo bag, but it's good practice. Now we're going to bring it over here. If you're working with vinyl, you might want to warm it up a little so it's really malleable to turn. Unless you're in a warm sewing room, you might not need it. You know what I forgot to add is my little tab. But that's okay, I don't care. I forgot to add my tab. Oh, that's why I need to print out my pattern, right? And not go on memory. So your little tab or ribbon would have been sewn up in this corner. You know what to do. Sorry I forgot mine. You know, I don't hook mine to anything, I just carry mine. So I should have done the kit, I guess. Let me show you. Don't you love how this is all bagged up so nicely? So this little thingamajig, what I should have done is taken a little scrap, and this is in the pattern, so follow the pattern. Fold it right sides together. Feed it through the ring, and then before you sew the sides, you're just going to attach it here. Now let's see if I can just, you know what, I could do a rivet, Ramel, all the way through. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fix this. If you pulled a Natalie, let's just scalpel that open a smidge. Look, fixed. Let's sew this down. You can do both sides if you want to be fancy. All right, so now we're back at the table. We're going to thread it through. Boom. We're going to stick it in there and top stitch. Let's go to the machine. And I have hopefully saved my project. Because the poo bags, they don't need much space in there. I should have brought mine probably. I buy the eco-friendly ones on Amazon. There, you'll stick them in there and you'll thread one through the grommet like a Kleenex, and that's how you pull them out. So the only time you're using the zipper is when you're loading a new roll of poo bags. So this is where you take them out, and they come out one by one. Yay, I saved my project. So there you go. You have enough in your kit, it looks like. It looks like you've got enough to make 2 poo bags. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely do. And look at this adorable zipper pull. This is a dog paw. And we made it nice and colorful so you cannot lose your items. You've even got the grommets in here. You've got a rivet for the leash project. Don't forget there's 3 projects in the Tory box that I walk you through. There's a video for each one. I hope you have tons of fun, and I'll see you soon. Peace, love, sewing.